DDG had this to say about himself and his music. I'm going to go ahead and play the clip and then keep it real on how I feel about this topic.
It just remind me because sometimes I be forgetting that I'm one of the best rappers in the world, right? I be listening to my music, like genuinely, not even trolling, bro. I listen to my music, and I'm like, bro, is these niggas not hearing the same song as me, or am I tripping? Cause this shit hard. Like I be really listening to I be taking myself out of myself. Like I don't be DDG when I listen to my music. I take myself away from who I am and listen as a listener. And I be listening. I'm like, bro, this shit's hard. And then I get online and they be talking so crazy. Then I be like, damn, am I tripping? And do I only like my shit? And then all of a sudden, a nigga see any type of bandwagon and say it's hard, and all of a sudden they like it. It's like, nigga, I've been hard. I've been making good music for a long ass time, bro. A minute. I know I'm fired, nigga. Like, I don't need nobody to tell me that shit. So, stop making music for bad bitches. Hey, bro. Just cause you don't get no hoes don't mean other niggas don't. You should want to listen to that type of music. But
All right. Now, let me give my take on this topic. Let's get some key points out of the way first. I do not think DDG's music is bad at all. You know, when there was this whole troll era going on about his music, and it even got so popular that my friends came to me about, DDG's music and everything, and they were just like, oh, so many people saying it's trash. Like, my friends are just casual rap listeners. Like, I'm really into rap, and I also knew DDG before he was a rapper and in his YouTube era days. So he still does it now, but I'm talking about when that was his full-time thing, the YouTube era. DDG is not a bad rapper at all. So when I already knew of him and then, of course, listened to his music, it's good music. When I was listening to it, I never thought his music was bad at all, and I could never understand why people thought it was trash. I really think it's just troll culture. And I'm telling DDG that as well if this video gets to him. I think it's troll culture because you feed into it. Like this video is feeding into it. If you ain't got haters, you're not doing something right. I've heard somebody say that before, and that always stuck with me. And I really feel like at the end of the day, your main flaw when it comes to your music, because I'm going to keep it real with you, because a lot of artists surround themselves with yes men and they don't keep it real with the artists. And I'm going to keep it real with you, DDG. Your music is good, but this part right here, let me go ahead and
it just remind me because sometimes I be forgetting that I'm one of the best rappers in the world, right?
now, DDG, for you to say you're one of the best rappers in the world, it's okay to have confidence. It's good to have confidence, but confidence and arrogance is a thin line. And for you to think you're one of the best rappers in the world right now is insane. And this is coming from somebody who's always defended you from this is coming from somebody who's always defended you when it came to people trashing you. I would be like, what are y'all talking about? His music's not bad. When people would be on that troll culture stuff, I'd be in the comments like, what are y'all talking about? But for you to think you're one of the best rappers in the world is insane. Now, I'm just going to leave that part out. I'm just going to leave that part in there. But are you a good rapper? Yes. You are a good rapper, but not one of the best. And why you aren't, and this kind of segues into why I don't think you're as big as you could be. Your music is very one-dimensional. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not one of those people that act like everyone needs to be a lyricist or anything like that. But your music is very one-dimensional. And that's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't really curse at all, so I'll just break it down like this. You're definitely a S word, B word, rich type rapper. If y'all know what I mean, you know what I mean. And I don't think that's bad at all by any means. I still think you're good at what you do. I don't want to seem like one of the other trolls because I genuinely think you're good at what you do. But what you do, you don't do it at a 10, if that makes sense. See, when it comes to rappers that don't really have substance in their rap, like a Future, I'll put it that way. That's perfect. Future is what the peak of rappers like DDG should, I don't want to say aspire to be, but he's kind of your guideline on what a rapper with no substance having maxed out stats when it comes to their music is. And the thing about you, DDG, is I feel like you are influenced by other rappers. I'll say somebody like Drake, and you are trying to find your own way to make music. And like this dude said at the end, where he said, "Stop making music for baddies" or whatever. Your response to that was also not good, because we are definitely entering an era where people are trying to go into like the pander to woman music era, and that era is trash. Like, they pander enough to each other. You know, I get it. You know, you got to make music for women too, but becoming an artist that solely makes music for women, they're going to meme you to the end of the time, like they're doing Skilla Baby right now. But again, you don't make bad music. Your music just doesn't have substance, and that is fine. You just got to realize that you have to make, like, let's compare it to Future again. Future makes very cracked music. He has really good beats, good production. He makes a lot of music. So a lot of it might not hit, but when it do hit, it hits. There should be a different person you're looking at as a guideline to your music, because your music doesn't have substance. I'm not telling you to get more substance in your music. I'm just saying hone your craft. That's all. Because too many people act like everyone needs to be a lyricist, or everybody needs to be, you know, on his R&B crap or something. No, it's okay to just have a rapper's rapper with some basic bars and basic flows, as long as they do it right. And the perfect example of somebody who does it right is Future. So to all the people that try to say that you can't do that, you definitely can. So that's my statement to you, DDG. I think you make very good music, but you just haven't maxed out your stats at that Future style of music, because that's the type of music you make. Yeah, you might have some stuff on the side, but at the end of the day, someone who really listens to you, you can tell what kind of artist you are. Now, if you grow in your craft and end up getting more substance and can branch off to different type of sounds, where a lot of people think them just talking about women or some R&B type stuff is them getting more substance, that's not always true. But if you can do that, if you can branch out and get like different sounds and people take to that, that's good. But to really solidify yourself, you have to have a certain sound that you came with. And you didn't have that. You had the luxury of bringing your fan base from YouTube to help you blow up, which again, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's what you did. So you weren't defined by a sound, you were defined by being a personality. But that only lasts for so long. So again, I think you have the talent to break through that easily. But we're just going to see. That's just my take on it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, this is no diss towards DDG at all. This is just someone keeping it real with him, someone who listens to a lot of rap, someone who's always right on who's going to blow up. Like, I have friends that can vouch for me. I'll be listening to an artist, I'm like, this dude's going to blow up. And it hits every time. But that's a side note. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'm out.